Hello, and welcome back to my 5-year plan playthrough of RP-1, Programs and Launch Complexes. So, based on the discussion at the end of the previous episode, I've loaded a slightly older save so that I don't have to commit to the communication stuff. Um, and instead, going to rejigger my texts around and shoot for orbit. So, cancel that research. I'm so glad that I did the Harmony work so you can cancel research from here instead of the janky
Yeah, that's
KCTUI.
nice.
Okay, so what I want to do is um, get that. And what else am I doing? So researchers,
You're going to hire 10 more of those, so you'd be 200 under the cap.
oh, I can't remember if loading this old save was before or after I gave myself the extra 10K or whatever. I think it's after,
Don't
because
remember.
I was at 1390 when it ended too. Last night.
Okay.
So now I have to shift my research around. Because we know we need that. I'd like science, and I'd like stability. So that's cool. It looks like I can get all my research done just in time.
If you can, then you should definitely move digital comms higher so you can start the tracking station and not
Oh yeah,
wait.
right. Yeah, there's no harm in starting it soon. And Mr. Bond, hi Rip Ripper. All right, so that all checks out. Uh, okay, so I still have mission training for Vostok. And that site is reconditioning. On the integration side, oh yes, that's right. I can't even afford to. Yes, now I remember. I remember my fund crunch. Um, 45 and 65, and further, let's do that. So it will be just a few days. Screw you, Kerbalism. All right, we now have even more efficient researchers. So yes, things are looking good.
Cool.
Mhm. Do I actually care about? I mean, I guess I could. As long as we have some deep space avionics, we're probably fine.
Yeah, that upgrade is nice, but it's a marginal benefit.
Yeah. This is also of marginal benefit. So I guess I will just start cranking unstaged combustion. All right. Now we can go ahead and queue up one of these. Okay, put everybody back on to work on that. And monthly income, we need somewhere around 20K total for the month. Okay. I think that I want to actually hire. Well, no. We're fine. I was thinking about trying to hire 200 more researchers, but that's dumb because I won't have the money to do it before this thing flies anyway. So we're fine. It's going to take 41 days, which means we can actually increase this slightly more. Uh, yeah, that's probably. No, actually, our funding is going to be decreasing, so we'll stay there. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm a blithering idiot. I'm still
Oh,
pretending like this is going to be happening in August. It's not. It's happening in June. That was the other piece of this.
all right, yeah.
Okay. Uh, cool. So we depart 15 June, which means this pad needs to be done. No, this pad does not need to be done because we can only launch one of them anyway. Never mind. So what needs to happen? Uh, so first of all, we do actually need both levels of communication because we need the dish that's in the next node to send on the probe. So we do actually have to finish this before we leave.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing we could do late was build the tracking station.
Yes.
It also needs stability if you want that engine.
Yes, but I can't do that in time. I would like that engine, but
How soon will you fly that mission to get the next 200 applicants?
sorry?
Said how soon will you fly that mission to get the extra 200 applicants?
Uh, in about 46, 47 days. So very annoying.
Yeah.
Um,
You need to sacrifice either the engine or the instruments.
um, I mean, pretty sure I have to sacrifice both.
Doesn't seem so. You said it flies in June, late June, mid June.
Uh, yeah, departs on 15 June. Means it needs to start rolling out somewhere around 11
Yeah.
June,
Yep.
which means we need to start building it about a month before that,
All right.
which means we're going to get neither of these. On the other hand,
Seeing how much more delta.
probably could get away with. Look, this so that insertion is 3425. The insertions down here are not that much worse, actually. So let's say a maximum time of flight of 120 days. And that gives us an insertion that's 300 meters per second more. Not the worst. And that's in 6 September. So if we fail the first time, we have a reasonable shot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. I'm willing to take those odds. Because I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get a capture.
Yep.
With that. Because let's I need to calculate where is perfect. Venus, low orbit height, 300 kilometers. High orbit height, infinity kilometers. All right, 63.65. All right, let's try to have an absolutely minimal. All right. This All right. So let's look at velocity at perigee is 10.1 km sec, and then all right, so it's about 3 km sec to go from effectively infinite apoapsis at Venus down to low Venus orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Which means capture here would be on the order of a little over, somewhere around 1 kilometer per second.
Yep. And then another couple hundred for lowering AP, right?
Yeah. Yeah, whereas in the other case, it was considerably less than that. Although I'm a little, I don't know. I'm not sure that's going to prove correct in practice.
Why do you think so?
Because it's unclear to me what. So that's assuming no excess hyperbolic velocity. No, actually it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, I'm solving it the opposite direction. Doesn't matter what my hyperbolic velocity is because we know what
You know what your
the orbit lowering is.
Yeah. That
Yeah, and it's on the
39.
order of 3 kmsec.
Yeah.
Is the answer. Okay. Honestly, I'm sort of tempted to just wait for this window. Right? Like, why am I rushing now if I can just go for this window?
The 6 September one?
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were going to end up doing now.
Oh, I was going to launch the early one, and if I failed, use the September as a fallback.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or even not. Well, use the September as a launch the repeatable version. um,
Can you do the repeatable one while
can
you're...
can I? Yeah, I would need. Yeah, that's a 1 day orbit. Um,
Oh, not just that, but if you haven't done the orbit, can you do the repeatable one? I
no,
thought
no,
you
no. What I
could
was saying
skip.
is even if I succeed on the first one and I do the orbit, then I would launch again in September because I have more instruments, and I could do it as part of the repeatable contract.
And what I'm saying is if you launch the early one, it's not going to get to Venus before the September one, so you can't finish the orbit contract, so you
Oh,
can't take the repeatable one.
oh, I see.
Your transfer time is still more than 2 months, right?
Oh, you're, heh, heh. Yes. So this one arrives 24 December. This one arrives 24 December. Look at that. 1648. All right, so the first one arrives an hour earlier.
Yeah, that is often how the transfers work.
Yes, that's deeply hilarious. The other thing I was going to check was what would it cost? What's the where was transform to planner? All right. So we know that that's 3954, and we know going from effectively infinite down to 300 by 300 is 10, 110 to 7151. Is 2960. So that captures precisely 3 point
Minimal capture is
is
1,000.
precisely a thousand.
Yeah.
I find it very hard to believe that minimal capture is only 383 meters per second, but in fact, it probably will, in KSP terms, take me out of the SOI, although Principia won't care. But Principia will care and will probably say, hey, like the sun is perturbing your gravity, your orbital track enough that you're toast.
No, I think minimal capture for Venus can be 400 meter per second. If you get the minimal insertion.
Okay. Um,
I mean, if you can throw 400 kilograms at Venus and half of it can be fuel, none of this is a big deal.
Yeah. Okay, so to get my 7-day orbit of Venus, I only need another 100 and something meters per second. So yeah, that's cheap enough. That's cheap enough for sure. $33.83. Just 30. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we can get a kilometer per second out of this.
Yep.
More than that, counting other changes. Counting course correction burns. But anyway, I don't think I have any other changes to make, so let's just go ahead and fly the flight. I do need to start that tracking station upgrading. So it's definitely the case that I can go for orbit at the second window, which means that I no longer have a reason to go for flyby only, which means I can now turn down this pad. It just needs to complete, what are we talking about? 6th September, somewhere around the 1st of September. All right, that'll work. All right, let's get our stuff back up. That will do. Okay. So now we're going to do our first orbital flight.
Who gets the honor?
Victoria. What time of day is it? Oh, it's late in the day. It's fine, doesn't matter. Ooh, I wonder if I accepted the contract. Yes. Wait. Something's weird.
Oh, that's the one that didn't complete for some reason, and you cheat completed it last time, and you didn't cheat complete it this time.
Ah, that's why. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see. Save over my old save. And I called this first crude launch. Okay. Try this again. Okay. Sent guidance. All right. We'll go to 52 degrees. Seems fine to me. The hot staging looks correct now. This all looks fine. Okay. booster set. Okay.
Oh, you just made that post in the dev feedback. I thought it was hours ago. Why did you do that?
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, high altitude optional I think only has two possible completions.
Oh,
If I remember
okay.
correctly. So that's why its cooldown got yanked.
I mean, I still think there's... I don't know. I feel like in that case, you might as well leave the thing just for consistency with literally every other contract in the program. But, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Otherwise, it's just going to look like it's a bug. Or we should explicitly say this has no cooldown. Look at us getting a crew report.
Yeah, lots of signs coming down from this one. Those umbrella hook antennas are kind of weird.
Yep.
How do those extending strap antennas work? Did they have to spin the capsule or something to get them to extend? Or
I have no idea. Does look kind of like it, but...
I mean, Boss Cod was just hilarious in its goofy engineering. Like that it's just held there with nylon straps, I guess.
Yeah.
And what, like the descent procedures for the guy to like eject from the thing on his own parachute.
Yep. All right. And this is such a long burning low thrust to weight ratio stage. It's amazing.
I guess compared to everything else you've been launching, but this is kind of realistic.
I mean, yeah, this is basically a Block E. And broadly similar to Centaur's profile.
Yeah. But Centaur flew even longer.
Yeah. Yeah, Block E didn't fly very long. Quickly obsoleted by Block L. Or, was it Block M? I forget. The one with the
No. Sorry, I meant
D11D33.
Centaur burned even longer when it was.
Oh, I mean, the first one was 7 minutes and 50 seconds, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still got 3 hours left. Okay.
Contract complete.
I mean, it won't be completed until I land, but I should certainly hope that all we have to do is return home.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Oh, that other one broke.
We got an awful lot of records, though.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to appoint a flight director once I got crew survivability. Well, that's a lot of rep. All right, I'm reasonably sure that we want a water landing, even though that wasn't historic. Just because anything we can do to ease the impact of this thing is important. All right, so we'll perform retrofire. About here. We want to splash down about there. So let's go a little further just in case. A little bit more. I want to take chances.
Yeah, you don't want to clip New Zealand by accident.
There. All right, let's try that. We used a bunch of our nitrogen so far. That's what we get for using it both for RCS and in the pressure controller.
Do you not have enough antennas before?
So many antennas. All right, we'll leave it a little bit short of full burn. Okay, let's retract those antennas. Disconnect the wires. And gradually come to a stop. Okay. Okay, yeah, so good I waited.
Yeah. Well, being at negative 250 gives you a pretty deep reentry. I guess you're negative 213.
Yeah, not even as steep as the testing reentry.
Mm.
Trying to keep the G-forces a little bit more manageable. Getting toasty. He's climbing. 8. 8.5. Just shy of 9 Gs. Down comes the bowling ball. Okay. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no surface tension.
Reentry that steep is about historical for Mercury. I don't recall offhand the Vostok reentry profile. Victoria will indeed be on leave. That's a lot of science. Okay. First orbital flight. Approved. 200 applicants. Nice. Maximum researchers. Okay, so that made a little bit of difference, not a ton. I think that only shaved about a week. What did that do to our budget? Yeah, we're down to plus 10 a month. Yeah, Yeah, we're very limited what we can do until we finish our tracking station and the launch pad.
Hmm. Found something that says that the reentry start was 8,000 kilometers from the landing point, which means a pretty steep reentry.
Yeah.
It's only 72 degrees around the Earth.
Puckoff-Lufen, so it's even a fairly minimal ballistic reentry is still fairly steep. It's just that starting with Gemini and Soyuz, everything has been lifting reentries. So effectively the G loads are lower and the reentry appears flatter because it's not actually purely ballistic. Although, fun fact, the first Gemini flight was not with a lifting reentry. It was purely ballistic. They had to put roll in the capsule to effectively get a ballistic reentry.
That must have been nauseating.
You don't need that much roll to get effectively zero lift. But yeah, I'm sure it wasn't super fun. On the other hand, given that the G loading was probably like 7-8 Gs, they had other things on their mind and on their stomachs.
Yeah, but it's 7 or 8 Gs, and also like the direction is changing as you're spinning around.
No, the direction's not changing. No, because you're effectively lying down with respect to the G's, and that's
True.
consistent. All right. So that can get renamed. Get one of these. This will definitely let us grind a bunch of confidence. And also definitely need some soft cooldowns. Although,
Why would we have yanked the soft cooldowns on this?
never had them.
Oh, yeah, weird.
No, I mean, because soft cooldowns are relevant for stuff. So remember that the problem with the soft cooldowns, the thing that the soft cooldowns were fixing before is because you were building your sounding rockets with a VAB that was used to building orbital rockets. So you could churn them out like every 5 minutes. Whereas the orbital flights didn't need a soft cooldown because you already effectively had a cooldown, which was you could only put together a crewed orbital launch vehicle so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, we're well over the rep limit, although not for long. We got a bunch of science. Now we can finally get a useful reignitable engine. That's our next priority. Oh yeah, I need to upgrade some comms. All right, and then pretty soon we can get the next level of material and electronics. MLI wrapping upgrade. We'll be able to take locks out to the moon. That will be fairly important, and also use have much more reasonable geostationary insertion.
Mm.
All right, I think that's going to do me, though. Thanks
Yep,
for coming by.
pretty late.
Yeah.
Good night. Have a good one.
Too. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I will catch you next time. Night.